Like everything that could go wrong went wrong. For the whole month before our wedding, we cried every single day.
6 months to the day after we officially started dating, I have to talk about this.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to our channel. நாங்க வந்து 50k subscribers வந்ததுக்காக ஒரு celebration shots போட்டிருந்தோம். அதுல நிறைய பேர் வந்து எங்களை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் questions கேட்டிருந்தீங்க. So we thought today we'll sit down and answer the questions.
We did it last week, but my parents were here for this week, and so we haven't had a chance to sit down and actually answer the questions yet. So we're just gonna have a chill evening, answer questions. We're really excited. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Firstly, we want to say thank you so much for all your support. We didn't expect to have this many subscribers this fast, so we're very thankful. We're just so thankful for all the love and support that you show us, more than friends and family have ever shown us. So thank you so much. How do you feel about all this love that we've received?
That kind of blows my mind. I thought, maybe we'll get 1,000-2,000 subscribers within the first year, and here we are.
Yeah.
Over 50k after like 3 months. It's mind-blowing. Yeah.
Deepti has asked us to talk about our childhood.
That's a broad question.
I don't know, I think my childhood was very boring in a sense. I have a older brother and a sister. We lived in Chennai, India. Yeah, we went to school, played games, loved seeing my relatives and cousins all the time. That was really fun. As a family, we went out to eat a lot in restaurants. That was really fun.
For me, it's interesting, we grew up worlds apart, and yet there are similarities. Like, I grew up going to church, spending lots of time with relatives. I have 3 older brothers. My family homeschooled, and so that was something unique about my childhood, I guess.
Someone had asked us about our families.
It said I have 3 older brothers. We're all pretty close in age. There's
4 boys.
Yeah, 4 boys. I'm the youngest. People always ask me, like, it must have been a hard childhood having 3 older brothers, but they were always pretty good to me, actually.
I grew up in Chennai, India with my family and moved to Canada. So my brother, his family and my parents live in Tamil Nadu. My sister lives in Seattle with her family, and Ben and I live in Canada. We live in such a small apartment that we're always trying to see how we can create more space and more storage space. So today we bought a dresser from IKEA. This will help solve our problems.
Let's see.
Okay, I'll help you. In India, when you buy furniture, it comes assembled, but they make us do all the work. So.
Okay, so the next question. People want to hear about our love story and about how we met. Do you want to start or should I start?
You start.
I have to talk about this. We met in Saskatchewan. Shiva had come there for work, and I was already living there. I was going to university to become a nurse. It was during COVID lockdowns that we met, actually, which is kind of crazy. But we met at a fire at my uncle and aunt's place.
Yeah, you can even say it was like an arranged marriage because people set us up and introduced us to each other. Now when we look back, it's like we can't believe it happened. It was honestly a sacred divine thing that happened, intervention that happened for sure. Because Saskatchewan, that to the town I went in, there's only 1,000 people there. There's nothing to do. I don't even drive, and to get to the town you have to drive, and to get anywhere else out of the town you have to drive. So
after the fire, we both kind of thought about each other but didn't do anything, and finally my cousin gave me her number, and after about a month of being nervous, I messaged her saying, hey, let's go on a date. We went to this ice maze that was at that time already melting because it was spring, but
it was so soggy, and we both were wearing new shoes, and we're like, are we gonna do this or not?
Yeah.
I think it revealed our adventurous side to each other. At the end of the day, we had soggy shoes and we were freezing. So.
But we also had the best time.
Then we went on more dates and fell in love. So Ben always had this belief that he would only propose or get engaged after at least dating for a year. But when did you actually propose?
6 months to the day after we officially started dating, I asked her to marry me, and it was great.
6 months after we were married.
Mm.
Before our third date, I'd called my dad and I was telling him about Ben. My dad said, even if it's a white guy, I give you my full blessing and permission to get married. And we introduced each other to our parents. I'm very thankful and blessed that we had no issues. They both really liked us and welcomed us into the family with open arms. We were very scared and nervous because you don't really have anyone in your family who married an Indian or like an interracial couple. And I don't have anyone in my family who married or even had a love marriage necessarily. So very thankful that our parents were supportive, because that is so important to us.
It was breaking barriers on both sides, really, which is...
Now they both love each other, like love us so much, and we get to share this with them. It's really very joyful.
We're so lucky,
Even though a lot of couples struggle with, getting their parents to agree and all of that, we had that super easy right before our wedding. Like, our friends and family even like distanced themselves from us, cut us off, betrayed us.
One of my relatives tried to basically turn my parents against Sheba and
stop the wedding and stop us from getting married. So it was a very traumatic time for us. It was very hard. It was really hard. I remember us crying every day for the whole month before our wedding. We cried every single day. And then we got COVID 2 weeks before our wedding.
I fractured my wrist.
He fractured
6
his
weeks
wrist.
prior.
Like, everything that could go wrong went wrong in that month. And we never thought we'd get over it. But our wedding itself was so fun. We did 2 cultures mixed.
Super fun.
Yeah, we had lots of fun. Everybody danced, we ate good food. It was the most magical, romantic day of our lives, and here we are 2 years after. In our 3rd year of marriage.
3rd year of marriage now.
Wow.
Ready for the next question? One thing you felt in each other to settle down, and what's the drive that keeps falling in love with each other daily?
What would you say?
Initially, I felt a really strong connection to you, and you made me feel confident about myself. I felt peace in our relationship, and there was just endless things we could talk about. Welcoming and caring personality. And those are all things that still keep me falling in love with you every day.
From the first time I met you, you were a gentleman. I've never met any man like you. You treat me like I am an equal. You don't look down upon me because I'm a woman or anything. You were always, you saw me as an equal, intellectually, physically, emotionally, in every way. And that really made me feel like I am someone, and it really boosted my self-esteem. I knew I wanted to be with you from the first date. I was like, this is the guy I want to marry. I hope I marry him. Falling in love with you every day is so easy. You're my best friend. And literally I cannot live without you. So you're silly, goofy, funny, but also you're so caring, and you have so much emotional depth. You know when I need space, you know when I need a hug, you know when I need to talk it out. Honestly, you put up with me. What is some of our couple goals? I think that's a really good question.
One of our goals that we have together is to find a place where we can settle down. We talk about living a slow life, and we can't really do that where we are right now, or we struggle to. So we want to have a place, a home that's in a peaceful area where we can be in nature every day, where we don't feel rushed.
The reality of our goal would be to have a small house in a piece of land where we can watch the sunrise or the sunset every day, have a little garden, and have some beautiful flowers, and access to nature easily, but also not crowded. There's a question, someone's asking me what made me come to Canada. If you had asked me this 8 years ago, I think I would have said, oh, like everything I heard and saw about Canada seemed so appealing to me. That was my dream country and I wanted to move there. But if you ask me now, I would say it was the one country in India that is like heavily marketed and it's made to look like it is this big dream to go to Canada. And so yeah, I guess I fell for that as well and thought, oh my god, Canada, my life's problems is gonna be solved, I'm gonna live my dream life and all of that, only to move here and realize, well, that's not actually true. But I don't ever regret that decision and I would do it all over again if that means I meet you and get married to you and get to live with you here.
Got me to Tamil Nadu.
Yeah. You should talk about your experience. We got married in Saskatchewan. It was just right out of COVID and we weren't able to bring my parents or my brother to come be part of the wedding. So they watched it on Zoom with all of our other friends and relatives in India. And my sister and her family was there because they were able to come from Washington. So we decided to go have a reception in Chennai after our wedding. So right away after getting married, like in 3 days, Ben's first time ever coming to India and also meeting my parents in person. So how was meeting my family for the first time? You didn't speak the language and they don't speak English.
Yeah, it was such a good experience. I felt so welcomed in and loved by her parents, even though we couldn't fully communicate. I felt so taken care of and safe. I knew that if anything was going to happen, that her brother was going to step in and take care of me. I had no worries at all. I fell in love with the countryside, the beauty of India.
We had also gone to Jaipur for a week, just the two of us, to explore Jaipur. And then we were also in Chennai or Tamil Nadu for quite a bit, and you seemed to like Tamil Nadu way better.
Yeah.
And people didn't really care as much because you were white. They were more welcoming and friendly towards you. Yeah.
When we were in Chennai, especially around her relatives, like everyone was just so welcoming.
And one of your favorite memories is all of us sitting outside and having chai and coffee.
Yeah, we were staying in her chitti's guest room, and they have a beautiful terrace out front, and lots of evenings different relatives from close by or friends would just stop in and we'd play games and badminton and just talk or just chill together, and that really, I just fell in love with that.
Yeah, there's a question curious about our interracial relationship. Ben is someone who's very curious and loves to learn and he's so open to anything and everything. And so when I met him, I didn't face or fear any judgment or discrimination or that I'm someone else or I'm different because I was not born here. In our relationship, we have really cultivated the practice of curiosity. And so instead of like, oh, why do you do that? We ask, hey, like, what's the reason behind that and why do you do that? And I'm very curious about it. And full freedom to say, actually, I don't like that. And full freedom to say, oh, I actually like that. And that has helped us enjoy the best of both cultures and leave out the negativities or things that aren't good for us. So yeah, what would you say about that?
To build off of that, we are afraid to admit that maybe our culture doesn't do something the best, and so we've been able to be open with each other about, this part of my culture I don't like, and actually, like, I see this in your culture and it's beautiful.
Someone had asked about the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law dynamic, because in India it is a little bit of an intense, complicated, it can be an intense, complicated dynamic. For me, Ben's mom is like my mom. I call her mom. She's my friend. I go to her with all my questions. She teaches me things and gives me advice on things that I'm looking for. I learn a lot from her. And I truly enjoy her company. Like, we both look forward to hanging out and we have fun. We play games. We have long conversations. We do things together, and it's so meaningful to me. And I'm so thankful for her. So yeah.
I also call them mom and dad, and
I actually call my parents mommy and daddy, so Ben calls them mommy and daddy.
Yeah. Her parents have both come and stayed here at different points, and we loved having them, showing them our lives here. And her mom and I have this good relationship where we can goof around together and
be playful.
Yeah, be
tease
playful.
each other. It was really fun hanging out with you. Thanks for asking those questions and thanks for watching our video.
Thanks for being part of our YouTube family.